And then again, this reflects back, people now say that America's getting soft and the youth are, so they're saying the same thing. Everything's going bad. And they have a panel of experts to deal with the decline of the nation and its rising tide of juvenile delinquency. The consensus was that the country was going to hell in a handbucket. General Puller, while this big meeting is going on, General Puller stood and his intended mildness of tone, as usual, came forth as a brazen roar. I want you people to know something. As long as we can get some decent leadership in our country, our youth today will be better men than their fathers or grandfathers. I saw enough in Korea to make sure of that. Our forefathers at Valley Forge have been mentioned here tonight, as they often are. Well, I can tell you that Valley Forge was something like a picnic compared to what your younger Americans went through at the Chosin Reservoir, and they came out of it fine. It was never anything like 25 below zero at Valley Forge either. I admit we don't seem to have the proper leadership at the top, but there's nothing wrong with the kids today. My wife and I follow the ideas my mother used on her kids, making them study each night after supper, and when they report that they have mastered their lessons, quizzing them. Our children don't need to be coddled, and they shouldn't be condemned. Above all, for heaven's sakes, let your sons alone and let them grow up to be men. It's interesting that I would say that still applies in very many ways.